This module will familiarize you with the concept of comprehensive hardware asset visibility as supplied by the CTD solution, and why comprehensive asset visibility is in fact a security feature. CTD is built around a concept that encompasses four functional pillars. These pillars are reveal, detect, protect, and connect. You can't protect hardware assets if you don't know that they're part of your system, so this is where CTD begins to protect the system. Now we'll break the process of gaining device visibility down into logical steps. Where the passive or active detection is used, CTD starts by identifying the hardware assets that make up the system. The process of identifying hardware assets includes gathering advanced details and metadata from each device. CTD uses the incoming data to build a detailed hardware database. In the process of sniffing communication traffic between hardware assets that are part of a system, CTD also logs the type and direction of communication between all hardware assets that do communicate. This allows CTD to build a detailed map of the physical network. Based on an algorithm that analyzes each device type, its communication pattern, and the communication protocol it uses, CTD assigns each device to a specific level within a standard hierarchical model. This allows CTD to accurately decide where in the network each device belongs and what the device's role is within the system. Next, CTD divides the network into a number of what are called virtual zones. This is part of the process called virtual segmentation, which the user will take advantage of to impose zone rules on each virtual zone. Zone rules are firewall-like rules that take no action if communication is authorized, or that generates a relevant alert that warns operators if a communication is thought to be suspicious. As CTD monitors the network's behavior, it creates a list of behavioral baselines. These are standards of behavior to which CTD refers when deciding if a network-related action is normal and must be allowed, or if it is part of a potential threat and must be flagged. If any network behavior deviates from an accepted baseline, an alert is generated to warn the user. Before explaining how CTD's visibility section works, we must give a brief overview of what visibility means in context of Claroty. OT hardware installations are complicated and have a tendency to get larger and more complicated over time. Before the CTD installation, many hardware asset-related statistics may have been unknown to the user or system owner, and this may have resulted in the user or owner not knowing that some hardware assets were there. The CTD Visibility Overview window addresses this problem by giving users a detailed look into the state of the connected system's IT, OT, and ICS environments. This includes the complete asset inventory, overall network health, and OT protocols. I mentioned earlier that the most basic notion behind Claroty's reveal pillar is that it implies visibility. This is important because you can't protect assets if you don't know that they're present. The reason asset and network visibility is so important in context of CTD is that it's the essential first step in so many of the functions that allow CTD to establish and maintain a secure environment. Effective vulnerability management begins with clear visibility of all your network devices and into the operational lifecycle of your plant. It brings a number of continuous processes together to identify weaknesses within your ICS, networking, and other structures, and strengthens your system by systematically eliminating those weaknesses. In terms of threat detection, OT environments are not typically built with security in mind. They're unique in their functionality and infrastructure, and that kind of uniqueness presents more risk to their security posture than in an IT network, which is typically well protected. This is particularly true in terms of technical aspects, but it is also true in terms of human factors. Visibility lays the foundation for reliable threat intelligence. This is because when OT security staff are aware of the full complement of assets within a system, the next logical step is to check the asset metadata to see if firmware versions are current and to start eliminating known common vulnerabilities and exposures among the devices. Risk management also benefits by allowing the organization's OT security staff to detect asset and networking changes in real time and make quick informed decisions about whether those changes are beneficial or are the product of a threat actor. Finally, enhanced asset visibility lays the foundation for secure remote access into the overall system. It does this by giving operations staff in the plant more awareness of the relative criticality and risks posed by each device in relation to every other device. Operations staff are focused on safety and availability and on making sure that the people who need access can get it. They don't want to, and they shouldn't have to, deal with slow change management procedures every time someone new needs access. They also need to be able to react fast in emergencies. It's actually in the best interests of both teams to make sure that their organization establishes control over remote OT access. We've come to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time.